Hello, all the way again, nuggets of wisdom coming at you again. My topic today is very simple. It's not really like I prepare for something, but it's something that happened today. A conversation with my young friend, and that's going to be my topic. So, for the take of topic, let's talk about it. Welcome back. Why please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. As a older guy, gentleman, or how you want to put it, I'm afraid of the state of masculinity in this era. And what I've noticed is that we are really the definition of masculinity is changing by the minute, by the moment, and I don't. I it's almost like I feel for them. I feel for my younger brothers what they are going through because I really cannot understand. It's hard for them. Being a man by itself is hard enough, and to understand the complexities of being a man, a male, a masculine species is hard enough. We have the most anger, we have the most stress, we have to keep up with what everybody wants. And we want to think that the harder we can hit, the better. And this has been a little bit not is not something that I enjoy to talk about, but I was thinking about that today, and I wanted to imagine what are my brothers, my young sons, my nephews, what are they going through? Okay, if you have a boy, and no disrespect, if they're not raised properly, they need to be somebody's husband someday. If they're raised, if they're a little bit too manly, they're too masculine, they're too mouthy. It's almost like they can't win either way. I'm not saying I normally don't do gender bashing. This is not a gender bashing. It's more of a pattern of what I'm seeing. A conversation with my brothers, man. A conversation with my young friend. And as he was talking about all the things that his colleagues do at college and the things we're doing. Right away today, where I'm in Austin, Texas, I'm not at home, so I took a well-deserved break to hang out with my friend here. We took an Airbnb and we're hanging out in Austin. That's as we started discussing this thing. He started talking about things that, as a man, that we go through. And I don't think a lot of us are talking about it. Yeah, we can call it depression. We can call it, and that's true, depression can really happen. But the question is, are we being out? Do we owe it to us who are older to actually pass down, help younger brothers out into where they need to be? I know as a 20-year-old, when I was younger, what the pressure was to become that man. And what the society has taught us that we become masculine based on what we can acquire, who we are. So if you're a guy, you can get the most beautiful chick or lady or the body out there, then you're the man. If you can get the fastest car as you grow older, then you're the man. If you are known in the sport field, if it's the football field, you can do touchdowns. If it's soccer, you can score a goal. You're the man. So at some point, where do we draw the line of what does a real man do? I'm not going to come and say I know all the answers. But one thing I realized that if everything as a man is coming from an external way, we're losing the plot. We're losing the whole idea of what's going on. So for young brothers, my thing is that you need to hang around old folk, bro. I know probably we're not, some of your music's a little bit off, as I said to my son, right? But you need to able to hang around folks that are older, that know what's happening, that can give you, that you don't go through all the ebbs and flows that we older guys went through, and that we have also learned from. And it's cross pollination. I've been with Ryan this week, and then things have been going fine. There are things we're discussing right now that I cannot discuss with him on the phone. And there are things he's telling me about his life as a young man that, oh, you guys do this is what you guys understand. Because we cannot, like, I'm a Gen Xer. I cannot just stay in my own bubble and believe, oh, they get me and they understand me and they understand what's going on. I don't think that these young men are not listening, because they are. They're listening to your moves, they're listening to how you think, they're listening to what you do. And there's something like, how young men, when they're growing up and they have a big brother, they always want to be like their big brother. In our cases, we may not be connecting them with blood, but it simply means they want you as that uncle that could actually give them that advice. It's a conversation with my young brothers, man. A conversation that I need you guys to do not fall to the prey of anger. You see, there's 4 kind of emotions that men go through. They're angry, glad, sad, or mad. And when we get to that mad emotion, because when men are mad, they're either going to do 2 things. They're either going to act on their anger, they're either going to have apathy, right? Or they just say, okay, I give up. So we need to talk to our young brothers. I don't know why. I think this is my mission, to be able to, I connect with young men in a way I know. I've had young men tell me, oh, my dad didn't tell me that. I wish somebody gave me that kind of advice or understanding. Then being around this young man this weekend and this week we're hanging around is basically opened my eyes to see that, you are not the only one going through that level of masculinity. And you see, let me tell you something, there are levels to this thing, man. You can, when you're 20, you think, I need to get a career, I need to make some money, I need to get the baddest chick over. Yes, they have their own things they go through. As you grow older, in my age range, you're looking for legacy. Okay? So even if you make all that money, you're looking for legacy. As my friend used to say here, the legacy awaits. You're looking for that kind of stuff that you need to understand. Okay, what am I going to leave for the people behind me? What I've done, is it enough to move forward? Can anybody knew I was here? Or no, this is just a joke. So my brothers and my sisters, actually my brothers, that's what I want to talk to, sorry, just slip. But basically my brothers specifically, if we raise good men, we have good husbands. If we have good husbands, we have a great community. If we have family, we have legacy. All these things goes one by one after the other. It's not just going to happen. So if you are an older guy, OG, I call you my ARP, or younger, you have to hold on to yourself to put this young man aside and say, brother, this is not how you're moving. This is not the way to move. And you see, now I was talking about I called him my young son, or my friend, my buddy. Like I said, today I was saying to him, men can disagree. We can look at ourselves and say, bro, you're not moving right. This is messed up. There's a way we talk to each other. There's a code. There's a respect. I don't care if he's younger than me. I gotta respect him. He gotta respect me. It goes both ways. So we need to understand that we need each other, and they need us, and we need them. We can't do without the other. I'm fascinated when I talk to young men. The people that I have around me, 30, younger, I have my own contemporaries, but most of the guys I like to pick their brains. What's in their mind? I know a young guy, they don't have no filter. They tell you what it is. Mr. Olu, I'm feeling this way. I hate it. This is what my family is going through. This is what I'm going through. It almost aches me that I wish I can go into their head, go into their mind, and see what a 20-year-old is thinking. Because I'm like that. I want to know what's in their head. We were talking yesterday, we were watching a movie, and he wanted to keep on working. I was making fun of him, and I said, bro, you can't be a machine. I know you want to do that. You want to work till like 11 o'clock. I want to get everything done, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, we're going to sit down and watch a silly movie. You don't make any sense, but we're going to do it. That's the balance of what you say. So I can see my very mature guy, but 20-year-old is still 20-year-old. It's going to do what 20-year-old do, which I can do. And I'm going to act like an old guy. It is what it is. But I want us to take this time not to be invested, to love, to care. Don't say because that kid is not your kid. Oh, it's not my blood. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Maybe it's going to date your daughter. You never know. You better raise him right. So, this conversation with my young brother and conversation to my OGs as well. We need to get it together. We need to be the beacon of light that these young brothers need. This is not really a message, just something, a conversation that I had with this young man while we were having breakfast today at IHOP. And we were just exchanging words, and he was dropping some gems. And I said, oh, this young man get it. He understands it. And that's where we need to be, man. You cannot. The next generation is in trouble unless we guys who are older take charge, understand, and talk to a young brother. It's a language thing between men. They have to understand what we are talking about. They get it. They understand it. So when you talk a code, I don't care if the guy is 15 and you're 50. When you're talking to a man, I've talking to kids. When I used to talk to I used to tell, the way I talk to a guy is going to say how I talk to my daughter. I'm going to look her in the face. You think what you're doing is right? By the time we finish, when my son was younger, by the time he finished, he's crying or he knows what he did was wrong. But he does not, because as men, we don't want to disappoint each other. It's a code that we have that nobody on this screen, and that's why women don't understand us so much. We are different species. It's a respect level. I don't care if that guy is 15, he's a young man. I have to give him that respect. This is just my field spill, man. Conversation with my brothers. Let's help these young people out while they help us as well. God bless you. Nuggets of wisdom.